Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most shocking and high-stakes moments in the ongoing Ukraine-Russia conflict, Ukraine's strike on Russia's $4.6 billion atomic-powered ship, and the incredible chain of events that followed. This wasn't just another military attack. It was a bold statement, a technological display, and a major strategic move that's sending shockwaves through global defense circles. So, let's break down what really happened, how Ukraine pulled it off, and what this could mean for the future of the war. In recent days, reports emerged that Ukrainian forces carried out a precision strike on one of Russia's most valuable naval assets, a nuclear-powered ship that cost an estimated $4.6 billion to build. The vessel, designed to be both a symbol of Russian naval dominance and a key component of its Arctic and Black Sea strategy, was believed to be nearly untouchable. It was heavily fortified, loaded with advanced radar systems, and equipped with cutting-edge defensive countermeasures. Yet somehow, Ukraine managed to breach all of that. According to military sources, the strike took place late at night, under conditions of electronic warfare jamming and heavy surveillance. Ukrainian forces are said to have used a combination of long-range drones and possibly modified Western-made cruise missiles to target the ship. The attack was meticulously planned. Satellite imagery, electronic intercepts, and intelligence coordination with Western allies all played a part. The precision of the strike stunned analysts. Even Russia's most advanced defense systems failed to stop it. The ship in question wasn't just another war vessel, it was part of a new generation of nuclear-powered ships that the Kremlin had proudly showcased as a technological marvel. Its reactor allowed it to operate for years without refueling, and it served both as a military deterrent and a platform for advanced weapons testing. Russia had even used it as a symbol of its industrial and military revival. So when the strike hit, it wasn't just a military loss, it was a psychological and political blow. Moments after the attack, social media channels lit up with unverified videos showing flames rising from the ship's deck and a massive plume of smoke visible for miles. Russian state media at first denied the reports, calling them Ukrainian propaganda. But as satellite images began circulating, confirming severe damage to the vessel, the truth could no longer be hidden. Western intelligence agencies later confirmed that the damage was catastrophic, with the ship likely rendered inoperable for years, if not permanently destroyed. What makes this strike even more fascinating is how Ukraine managed to execute it despite limited naval power. Ukraine's navy was largely destroyed in the early months of the war, forcing Kiev to innovate. Instead of matching Russia ship for ship, Ukraine turned to asymmetric warfare using drones, long-range missiles, and intelligence coordination to strike where Russia least expected. This operation perfectly demonstrated that new warfare isn't about size, it's about strategy, timing, and precision. In the hours following the strike, Russia scrambled rescue and containment teams, fearing a possible radiation leak from the ship's reactor. While Russian officials claimed that all nuclear systems remained stable, independent analysts expressed doubts. Some suggested that the reactor's cooling systems may have been compromised, raising serious environmental and safety concerns. If confirmed, this would mark one of the most dangerous naval incidents in modern history. Moscow immediately blamed the West, accusing the United States and NATO of direct involvement in planning the attack. Russian officials stated that Ukraine could not have executed such a sophisticated operation without Western intelligence and targeting data. In response, Kiev's defense ministry remained cryptic, saying only that Russian assets are never safe anywhere in occupied waters. This kind of statement sent a clear message: Ukraine has the capability and the will to hit Russia's most secure targets. The international reaction was swift. In Washington and Brussels, officials praised Ukraine's growing precision strike capabilities, though most avoided confirming direct assistance. Meanwhile, China and India expressed concern about the safety of nuclear materials, warning that the incident could escalate regional tensions. Environmental groups, too, sounded the alarm, fearing that even minor radiation leaks could have long-term ecological consequences. In Russia, the mood shifted dramatically. The loss of such a ship shook public confidence and angered many within the military establishment. Several pro-Kremlin commentators demanded harsh retaliation, while others quietly questioned how such a costly and supposedly invincible ship could be destroyed by Ukraine's relatively small-scale weapons. The Kremlin, faced with growing internal criticism, vowed to respond decisively. Ukraine, on the other hand, celebrated the operation as one of its most significant military achievements since the sinking of the Moskva cruiser in 2022. For many Ukrainians, this strike was proof that persistence, ingenuity, and modern tactics could overcome even the most formidable adversary. Analysts compared it to a David versus Goliath moment, a small nation using intelligence and precision to take down a giant. Experts believe the implications of this attack go far beyond a single ship. It signals a shift in naval warfare strategy. For decades, large, expensive ships like this atomic vessel were considered untouchable. Now, they're seen as vulnerable targets in a world where drones and precision-guided missiles dominate the battlefield. Ukraine's success is forcing global militaries, including NATO and China, to rethink how they design and deploy naval assets. The strike also exposes growing weaknesses in Russia's air and missile defenses. Despite billions spent on systems like the S-400 and naval radar networks, they failed to intercept incoming projectiles. This will likely lead to intense debates within the Russian military, industrial complex, and possibly shake confidence in the export market for these defense systems, which Russia has long relied on for revenue and influence. As the story develops, the world is watching closely. Will Russia retaliate with large-scale strikes? Could this incident provoke a dangerous escalation? Or will it push Moscow to reconsider its naval deployments altogether? For now, officials in Kiev are keeping quiet, allowing speculation to fuel the psychological impact. Every silence, every unanswered question adds to the pressure on Moscow. In the bigger picture, this strike highlights a new phase of the Ukraine-Russia war, one defined not by brute force, but by technology, intelligence, and precision. Ukraine's ability to hit deep, high-value targets is transforming the strategic landscape, forcing Russia to fight a war it wasn't fully prepared for. It's also a reminder that even the mightiest war machines can fall when innovation meets determination. So, as we continue to monitor the aftermath of Ukraine's strike on Russia's $4.6 billion atomic ship, one thing is clear: the balance of power in this conflict is shifting once again. Ukraine has shown that no target is beyond reach, and Russia is now facing questions it can no longer ignore. What happens next could redefine not just this war, but the future of naval warfare itself. That's all for today's breakdown of this extraordinary event. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next deep dive into the rapidly changing dynamics of global security. Stay tuned, and we'll keep bringing you the truth behind the headlines.